Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call.
Commissioner Clausen.
Here.
Commissioner Cox.
Here.
Commissioner Graven. Here. Commissioner Phipps.
Here.
Mayor Hall.
Yes, here. Consent agenda. Items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted by one motion. No separate discussion of these items will occur unless a council member requests the item to be removed from the consent agenda. If an item is removed from the consent agenda, it will be considered elsewhere on the agenda for this meeting. Prior to asking for a motion to approve the consent agenda, the mayor will ask if anyone desires to remove an item from the consent agenda for public discussion. Would anybody like to do that? Remove any item? Okay, I move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of April the 1st, 2025, and the bills and payroll for the first half of April 2025. Can I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Commissioner Cox, and roll call.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Graven. Yes. Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. Presentations of petitions and communications. This portion of the city council meeting is reserved for persons who desire to address the council. The Illinois Open Meetings Act mandates that the city council may not take action on comments received on matters that have not been identified on this agenda. But the council may direct staff to address this topic or refer the matter for action on the agenda for another meeting. Persons addressing the council are requested to limit their presentation to 3 minutes and to avoid repetitious comments. We would also ask you state your name and address for the record as well as stand when speaking. Would anybody like to address the council tonight? Anybody online? Okay, we're going to go, we've got a big busy agenda today or tonight, and we're going to start with Commissioner Clausen.
Motion to approve council decision request 2025-2587, approving amendments to the budget for the fiscal year ending April 30, 2025.
And a second to that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Graven, and any comments, questions?
Beth, do you want to?
Yeah, basically, we're putting 700,000 in the capital projects fund, 400 for future needs at Station 3, and 300 for the North 6th Street
Substation.
and then 200 to the revolving loan fund, pay down principal on the fire truck.
Okay.
Yep.
Any questions on that? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Graven. Yes. Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Make a motion to adopt special ordinance number 2025-1949, adopting the budget for the fiscal year that begins May 1st, 2025 and ends April 30th, 2026.
And a second on that motion.
I'll second it, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps, and any comments on that one?
So I did some minor adjustments. We ended up with a surplus of, it was 150 roughly.
150 after the adjustments? Okay. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Excuse me?
Everybody, it's the general fund.
Okay. All right. All right, roll call.
Commissioner Graven. Yes. Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Make a motion to adopt ordinance number 2025-5491, amending section 51.098 of the municipal code to update the water and sewer rates for the city of Mattoon.
And a second to that motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Cox, and comments.
Just raising it 4.5%. Again, we have a lot of projects in the near future, in the next 5 years, both at water and sewer treatment plants that we're needing to start raising the rates to be able to pay for those future updates.
And we plan to do this on a regular basis. Is that the thought?
That is the thought. We'll look at it year to year, but yeah.
And also, Mayor, chemicals alone is a 20% increase last year and another 20% Mr. Commissioner Cox will read on motion 14. So we're getting a 20% bump on about $500,000 in chemicals.
Okay.
And I calculated an average monthly bill for a residential customer inside city limits. Currently, that's at $50.53 a month. With a 4.5% increase, it goes up by $2.27 to $52.80.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions or comments on this? All right, roll call, please.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Graven. Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt resolution 2025-3300, prescribing contributions required of employees and retirees who elect to participate in the group health, group Medicare, and life insurance plan of the municipality.
And a second on that motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Graven, and any comments?
Any comments on that?
Got anything?
Not really. It stayed pretty steady. And so we're expecting more of an increase next year. That's it.
Okay, very good. All right, roll call.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Graven. Yes. Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt special ordinance number 2025-1950, establishing the 2025-2026 compensation plan for managerial and non-union, non-managerial employees of the municipality.
And a second on that motion.
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps, and comments on those increases?
Pretty much most of it stayed with the union contracts, 4%.
4%, okay? And any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Graven.
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Make a motion to approve council decision request 2025-2588, authorizing the purchase of one 2025 GMC Sierra four-wheel drive truck in the amount of $50,182 from Casey Summers for the Mattoon Fire Department because they don't know how to drive.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Wait till this is our last meeting, can't you?
Yes, Steve.
That wasn't very,
Strike that last part.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to keep it in the minutes?
She asked for it to be strict.
I'll second that, Mayor.
okay, you second that?
Yeah.
Okay, Commissioner Phipps, and any other nice comments that Rob has to say?
I will say I got 3 quotes. One of them is from the dealership that has the state bid for vehicles, which is Morrow Brothers over by the Mississippi River. I don't even remember, Greenfield, I think is it.
Yeah, something like that.
Our local dealerships came in $8,000 cheaper than the state bid. So it was nice being able to keep it local.
Yeah. And get it cheaper too.
I get you.
Yeah. Okay, any other comments or questions? Roll call.
Commissioner Graven.
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt special ordinance number 2025-1951, authorizing the mayor to sign an outright grant agreement by and between the city of Mattoon and Washington Savings Bank trustee, Land Trust number 5126, reimbursing up to $42,165 from the Midtown TIF revenues over a 1-year period for roof replacement of the building located at 1400 Broadway Avenue, and authorizing the mayor to sign the agreement.
Okay, second on this motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Clausen, and comments on this.
Went to the TIF committee. This is, like I said, replacement of the roof. This is a fairly large building. It's almost 3 times the size of the normal buildings downtown. So falls way below what we would normally give. So very good to have. He had several bids on this. And so it'll be good to keep the building dry, and future work on that will be coming back later. But roof is the most important right now.
Okay, very good. Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Commissioner Graven.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt special ordinance 2025-1952, granting the rezoning for 2017 Lakeland Boulevard from C3 to C4, with the petitioner being Morton Building.
Okay, and a second to that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Cox. And any questions? What are we doing here?
Yeah, main thing is essentially they're asking for the rezoning for outdoor storage. And they gave some really great examples of, how their materials are delivered to the site. They actually come prepackaged. It's very neat, clean, orderly. And there's already a privacy fence available on the site. That motion passed unanimously for the Planning and Zoning Commission for approval. So, that's essentially the gist of it.
This was former Davis Implement years ago, and then Dean's Drainage after that. And so there's always been, material stored outside on that property too, so.
Okay. Any other questions? Roll call.
Mr. Clausen.
Yes.
Mr. Cox.
Yes.
Mr. Graven.
Yes.
Mr. Phipps.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt special ordinance number 2025-1953, granting a special use for a short-term rental located at 7705 West Country Club Road. Petitioners Josh and Kylie Butler.
And second on that,
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps. And any comments on that
I
one?
do have a question. Sorry, Alex. With these short-term rentals, they are no longer considered primary residences of these people. Is it our responsibility to notify the county that that exemption needs to come off?
So it really depends how these are going to be classified, because again, we have a 4-tiered system. So tier 1, that's owner occupant, there's no issues there. Tier 2, which is what Mr. Butler's residence is going to be classified as, that one is going to be where, it's effectively just kind of like an investment property. They're not living there. But again, as you had mentioned at the last meeting, that's not necessarily a designation. That we're able to determine that owner occupant designation on there because, it came to my attention after the fact that, the Coles County Landlord Association had, gotten that passed through the county. So effectively what we're going to be looking at to determine if it's occupancy or not is effectively where they registered to vote out of. Do they have that designation on there and then used in water billing as well? And use that as supplementary information to make an internal staff decision on where that should fall within the 4-tier system.
But that doesn't necessarily correlate with what the county has set up because you get that owner occupied exemption if that is your principal place of residence.
So we'll be able to go back and look at those
That's
as we issue
question.
these special uses.
We need to notify the county.
No, that would be on, I would say, the owner's responsibility. And
And that
we can
doesn't
make
get done a lot. I'm not saying these are.
We may want to do that though,
Okay.
Yeah.
just to make sure.
And that could even be a condition of the special uses moving forward as they go through the Planning and Zoning Commission. Again, this is really the first time we're doing this, so, there is going to be a bit of a learning curve as we go through these.
Totally understand. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And to comment on that as well, this motion did pass unanimously as well through the Planning and Zoning Commission. There were no objectors present, and that's always a great sign.
Very good. Okay, any other questions? All right, roll call.
Mr. Cox.
Yes.
Mr. Graven.
Yes.
Mr. Phipps.
Yes.
Mr. Clausen.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2025-3301, approving the final MFT payment for improvements on the DeWitt Avenue project from Logan Avenue to east of 14th Street in the amount of $267,254.68 with Rebuild Illinois Funds, RBI, and authorizing the city clerk to sign the resolution.
And a second to that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Graven. And anybody comment on that?
That's just a closeout of the DeWitt Avenue resurfacing there from 14th to Logan. So it's been done for several years, but the state's a little slow at getting all the payments processed and sent out. So this will complete that project though.
Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Graven.
Yes.
Mr. Phipps.
Yes.
Mr. Clausen.
Yes.
Mr. Cox.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
I make a motion to approve council decision request 2025-2589, approving the solicitation of requests for proposals, RFP, for the Lake Paradise Dam inspection and evaluation.
Okay, second on that motion,
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Clausen. And this is just an inspection. I mean, not an inspection. This is just a solicitation for request. Proposal.
Yeah, we know that there is repairs that are needed there. Nothing major yet, but it is old and hasn't really been looked at by anybody really qualified for years. So we need to have that inspection done and then see what,
Say I'm not an expert of inspecting dams, but that's what we're looking for, someone that does a lot of work in that area in terms of inspections, evaluating the integrity of the dam and, what repairs are needed right away, how we might phase them or whatever needs to be done. So,
Any idea, Dave, how many could bid on this or RFP it? Any?
yeah, there should be a lot of people. We'll advertise it on our site. And then I'm going to get a hold of ACEC, which is the Consulting Engineers Association here in the state, and they'll advertise it on their site too. But there's not many in the state of Illinois that you would consider as experts in building dams and constructing them and repairing them. But there is one in Chicago, one down by St. Louis, and then you got to go to like Colorado and Pennsylvania and other states. So I think we'll get a lot of people looking at it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Phipps,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Graven,
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2025-2590, awarding the bid in the amount of $96,000 from Nico Asphalt Company for the MFT General Street Maintenance Hot Mix Asphalt HMA Surface Materials, 25-00000-2 -GM.
Okay. And a second on that motion,
A second.
Mr. Clausen. And how about this one? What do we?
they were the only bidder. I think they've been the only bidder the last several years. Again, it's just for hot mix throughout the season. They stay open a little bit longer than Hal, just depending on, projects, but, they,
On an as-needed basis, when we
Yeah.
need it, our guys will pick it up and
Yeah.
works out really well.
Okay. Roll call?
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Graven,
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps,
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2025-2591, awarding the bid in the amount of $183,600 from Mid-Illinois Concrete for the MFT ECC-CLSM Concrete 25-0000-03-GM.
Second on that one,
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps.
and again, just, every year we bid out concrete, different types of concrete. And Mid-Illinois Concrete was the cheapest, so
They were the lowest bidder again this year. Better out.
I mean, better to,
A little higher than it was last year, but like everything else, it seems like that's we'll use it for our MFT and then we use those prices for our cost share program also.
Roll call?
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Graven,
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
You ready for this, Dave?
Get a drink here.
Deja vu.
You are following a legend, so.
Yeah, that's it. The pressure is on. I make a motion to approve council decision request 2025-2592, awarding the 2025 water treatment plant chemicals to USALCO for alum at 0.2742 cents per pound. WSU for ammonium sulfate at 65 cents per pound. WSU for bleach, $3.05 a gallon. ARC purification for powder activated carbon at $1.25 per pound. Polydyne for cationic polymer at 77 cents per pound. Brentag for chlorine liquid at 0.8965 cents per pound. Brentag for fluoride at 0.3350 cents per pound. WSU for permanganate at $1.25 per pound. WSU for phosphate blend at 95 cents per pound, and Mississippi lime for lime at $433.91 per ton.
Very good.
Awesome.
We did it.
Thank you.
Can we get a second?
The applause.
Can we get a second to that?
I'll second.
Mr. Clausen, and would we like to have him go through that one more time for us?
I could do it. But no, I don't think so.
He's probably going to watch the review.
Any other questions anybody has? Is this,
Just, again, we vet these out about every 6 months.
This is for a full year,
This is for the full year.
rather than just 6 months. And almost there's a couple of things that were a little less this year, but everything else was higher, especially lime. That's the one that really goes up, seems like.
Dave, there is a couple of these that possibly tariffs could enter into, but these prices are firm. They,
Prices would be firm, yeah.
so they can't, if some gets bumped 25% from China, one of these chemicals can't go up 25, right?
Right.
That price is firm.
That's the price that they did.
Good. Thank you.
okay, roll call.
Commissioner Raven,
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cox.
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Make a motion to adopt resolution number 2025-3302, appropriating $1,123,650 for motor fuel tax funds for 2025 street maintenance uses, approving the 2025 motor fuel tax street municipal estimate of maintenance costs statements in the amount of $1,123,650, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to sign the documents.
And can I have a second to that motion?
I'll second it, Mayor.
Mr. Phipps, and anything on that? Anybody?
I would just say this is our estimated cost for this coming year. It could be a little less, could be a little more, what happens at the end of the year. But I mean, this includes everything from crack sealing to not mowing, but a lot of materials we use and stuff like that. So,
Oil and chip and,
yeah, patching, things like that. So it covers a lot of different things. Our overtime for winter cleanup, stuff.
Is this comparable to the last year? Or
Yeah, I think.
a little bit.
Do you remember what was this year? This was like, one minute.
I think it was 600,000 last year.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think it's a little bit up because I'm trying to do more streets.
6,000.
We'll be, I think, at the end of this year, at the end of April, we'll be somewhere like $1.1 million to get
Okay,
for the finals for the match this past year.
roll call?
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Commissioner Raven?
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2025-3303, rescinding resolution number 2025-3299, and approving an intergovernmental agreement between the state of Illinois, the Illinois Department of Transportation, and the city of Mattoon for the cost of the Lincoln Prairie Trail Lighting Design Agreement in the amount of up to $41,000, and authorizing the mayor and city clerk to sign that agreement.
Okay, and a second to this one?
I'll second.
Commissioner Cox, and comments?
We put it was 14,000 for the design of this, and they also wanted us to include the cost for the construction in this resolution. So that brought it up to the 41,000. State pays for all of it. We will definitely pay the consultant to do the design. They'll reimburse us. But the plan is, then they will put those plan sheets into the interchange plan set, and IDOT will pay them directly there. So it's just the way they wanted it worded.
Is this going to go ahead of the regular construction then for the overpass? Because this was part of the overpass at one, still is, I guess.
Yeah, the whole interchange there, that bridge gets taken out, that's there now.
So could this get started earlier than the rest then? Or do you know?
No, this will get started soon.
Okay. All right. Any other questions anybody has? Roll call.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cox?
Yes.
Commissioner Raven?
Yes.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2025-2593, approving a $20,000 grant by the Tourism Advisory Committee from fiscal year 25-26 hotel motel tax funds to the Mattoon Pride Athletics in support of the 4 events: Leather and Laces / Eddie Wittenberg Memorial, 14 under Swing for Rings baseball, Summer Blast softball, and Field of Screams, to be held on April 25th, 25 to 27, June 27 to 29, June 27 to 29, and October 10 to 12, 2025 respectively, and authorizing the mayor to sign the agreement.
And a second to that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Cox?
Yeah, as I say, these are pretty much the same tournaments that we've done the last several years. They continue. We had a little lull during COVID and stuff, but they're climbing back up. We see increases every year, so it's a good thing. It brings a lot of people to town.
Okay.
I will say that's Edie Wittenberg,
Yeah.
not Eddie.
Okay.
But I think
Well,
there's an extra D in there by accident.
So somebody else should be wrong, not me. I just want to clarify. We're good.
Typo in the.
Thank you.
maybe on the-
Thank you for pointing that out.
All right. Roll call.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Graven?
Yes.
Mr. Phipps?
Yes.
Mr. Clausen?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes.
Motion to approve council decision request 2025-2594, approving a $20,000 grant by the Tourism Advisory Committee from FY 25-26 hotel motel tax funds to the Mattoon Cobra Softball Organization in support of the 5 events: Mother's Day Classic, the Schools Out Blowout for baseball, Schools Out Blowout for softball, USSSA State Event, and the Donnie Howe College Showcase to be held on May 9th through the 11th, May 30th through June 1st, May 30th through June 1st, June 13th through the 15th, and October 4th through the 5th, 2025 respectfully, and authorizing the mayor to sign the agreement.
Okay. And a second to that agreement.
Second.
Motion. Okay. Commissioner Clausen and same ones.
Same as the same repeats. Yep.
All right. Roll call.
Mr. Graven?
Yes.
Mr. Phipps?
Yes.
Mr. Clausen?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes.
I make a motion to approve council decision request 2025. Is that just double? 2595?
That's just double.
Okay. 2595. Approving a $6,000 grant by the Tourism Advisory Committee from FY 25-26 hotel motel funds to the EIU Athletics in support of the IHSA Girls and Boys State Track Meets to be held on May 22nd through the 24th and May 29th through the 31st respectively, and authorizing the mayor to sign the agreement.
And a second on that motion.
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps?
Again, this is just girls and boys state, high school and state track meets. We know that all our hotels are busy. Arcola, Effingham, they're usually full. And then all our restaurants are full. Anybody that goes out to eat on those weekends knows how busy it is around town, so.
Yep. All right, roll call.
Mr. Phipps?
Yes.
Mr. Clausen?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Graven?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes. I move to approve council decision request 2025-2596, ratifying the appointment of Peyton Morrow to the Mattoon Arts Council, MAC, with an unexpired term of 09/30/2026. Can I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Mr. Cox, and yeah, this is just,
Peyton's done several murals downtown.
right.
Christmas time, holiday, he did all the windows downtown for the stores that wanted it. Very,
Good addition to the
yeah,
council. Continuation, I should say.
correct.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Clausen?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Graven?
Yes.
Mr. Phipps?
Yes.
Mayor Hall?
Yes. Comments by the council? Do we have anybody? We're not doing,
We're not doing the department head reports. We'll be sending those out.
good. Anybody have any comments they'd like to make?
I would.
Okay,
I would just like to take this opportunity to say it's been a privilege to serve the community of Mattoon for the past 12 years. And it's been an ultimate honor to work with the employees currently employed and past employed of the city of Mattoon. And I wish the new council well. Erica, welcome aboard. That's really all I have to say.
okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Well, with that, I'd like to say it's been a pleasure sitting next to you for 12 years here, and it's been a pleasure serving with you. And thank you for your service to the city of Mattoon. You've done well and appreciate everything. And Eric, it's good to see you here as well. And going to look forward to working with you as well.
Any other comments?
I just reiterate,
Big thanks.
Sandy, thanks for everything. It's been good to work beside you for 4 years. You'll certainly be missed. Erica, welcome aboard.
Yep.
And also thanks to all you folks for showing up tonight.
I'll be on the other side now, being able to complain.
I know.
And she will.
She will. Stay in your lane, right? How many times they read, stay in your lane? Once again, Sandy. All right.
Let's see. So next, the last item is we're going to, I move to go to closed session pursuant to Illinois Open Meeting Act for the purpose of considering the selection of a person to fill a public office as defined in this act for the city under 5 ILCS 120 2C3. And can I have a second to that motion?
Second, Mayor.
Commissioner Phipps, and this, so everybody knows, the executive session will go on for quite a while. You're welcome to stick around and sit here for 2 hours until we reconvene, but we're not taking any action when we do reconvene. So with that.
Motion.
Yeah.
We need the
Yeah.
roll call.
Yeah, roll
Commissioner
call.
Cox,
Yes.
Commissioner Raven,
Yes.
Commissioner Phipps.
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you,
This
guys.
time I will pause the meeting and sit on mute until they come back out of closed session.
Reconvening here.
All right. Yep.
Mayor, I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, do we have a second to adjourn?
Yeah, you're supposed to make.
second.
He did it. He did.
Okay.
Good job, Dan.
Yeah.
Mr. Cox seconded it. Now, roll call.
Commissioner Raven.
No.
Commissioner Phipps,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cox,
Yes.
Mayor Hall.
Yes.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.